Hey everybody, Jason here, Samco Workshop. Today we're going to be talking about the Rubicon, and we're going to pull this over, take a look at it. We're going to talk about what makes the Rubicon the top class, why it's been around so long, what it is about the Wrangler that everybody loves, and why the Rubicon sets itself apart from the Willys and the Sports and you know, the Saharas and the things like that for what we do off-road. And to help us out with that, who just gave us the keys is
Carter from Jimmy Britton's Statesboro.
And we will have a link to all of his stuff down below. They do fantastic here. They've let me review a couple other vehicles, and we almost bought a Gladiator here last year that was over there that I did that review on too, but we just decided we weren't ready for a new vehicle yet. But like I said, their team here is phenomenal. The people here are excellent. They've serviced my Ram when we had the 2500 diesel. They were the ones that took care of it, so great company. And all right, he's gonna pull a car over for us, and we're gonna bring it over there and take a look at stuff. So we'll be right back with you. All right, here it is right there, 2023 Rubicon, Wrangler four-door Rubicon. Now, we just brought it over here so we had a little room to get around it. Now, the advantage to the Rubicon over the other ones are, some of them are accessory-wise, other ones are actual internals that you may not be aware of. But what the Rubicon does is this one is designed for off-road use. Now, you also have the Mojave, which is designed for more faster off-road, like whipping down dirt trails and through the desert and stuff like that, hence the name Mojave. But this one is the Rubicon, which is designed for the rough and tough and crawling and the hardcore stuff and things of that nature. And what you're going to get on here too with this when you get in that Rubicon is you're going to get full skid plates. So you got skid plates on this thing all the way through, all the way underneath in there that you're seeing. You're getting a 33-inch tire stock on it that you're getting right there. You're getting, these are actual true rock rails. These are not just a guard. These are full-blown, 100% true rock rails on there. And if you don't know what rock rails are, they're important because you come off of this thing on the side and we catch a rock. Hang on, actually, wait, we might have to move this here. Hang on. Sorry, truck going by there. They're building townhomes back here, but it's kind of our back corner where we can do this. But these are true full-blown rock rails. So these, you could actually put the weight of the vehicle on these rails and protect it. You're not going to do any body damage with that. So it's a tremendous asset to have the actual real rock rails. Now this is the 4xe model, okay, which you can see right here. Now that 4xe model means that there's also a battery in this. It is a plug-in battery, so you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. You got the actual gas motor and you have a electric motor too. Now, hey, this will run for a, you can run on strictly, you know, it's just strictly battery for a while now. It's not super far when you're really off-roading in four-wheel drive, but if you're cruising power lines or back roads or things like that and hunting, you can put this thing in full battery mode and you'll get some good distance out of it, and you'll appreciate that quiet rolling through there looking for animals and deer and watching wildlife and things of that nature. So it's a real nice benefit. Plus, you're going to get that extra power when you have both of them running, the gas and the 4xe. That battery, you get some tremendous torque out of this thing. And but fantastic, you know, rig. But you're getting the steel bumpers, you're getting the skid plates throughout, you're getting the rock rails, you're getting the 33s. In the back here too, you have a full guard on this too, full skid plates back here. You got your tow hooks, right? I can't see them under there, but you do got the skid plates under there. And but Jeep does it right. They do their stuff very, very good, very high quality in this. And when it comes to the stuff that you don't see in here, what you're getting is, with the Rubicon, is you are getting the sway bar disconnect, okay? So it can actually disconnect that sway bar right there so that you get full articulation of the wheels. Okay, that's a beautiful factor when you're really off-road. When you drop this wheel in a hole, that wheel's going to come up out of there. Well, you can't, if this one, the springs are going to, that sway bar is going to stop how far this one can drop. So that one's going to go up, this one's going to go down, but it can't go all the way down because these are connected by that sway bar. Disconnecting that sway bar will let that wheel drop down lower so that you can get the traction out of it. A very nice feature. Plus you get Dana 44's front and rear on this rather than a Dana 30 series that comes on the other one. So these Rubicons, and they also got better gearing, higher, you know, a lower gearing ratio so that you can handle bigger tires, more slow crawling type things like that. So, you know, again, the Rubicon is designed for the off-road use. And they know that right from the factory. You can take another, like a Sport, and you can go putting 37s on it and it will roll down the road, but it is not going to work very well off-road unless you re-gear it. Jeep knew that. So the Rubicon already comes with the re-gearing. Plus, it already comes with the differentials and the axles that are capable of handling those bigger wheels and the aggressive catching roots and skipping on roots and the things that you're going to do in this truck when you're using it. They've taken that stuff into consideration and beefed everything up that needs to be. So you really gain a lot in the Rubicon model over the other ones. You pay for it, but you gain a lot. And you also have front and rear lockers on this too, which is a beautiful thing. So the rear diff lockers are going to lock these two wheels together. In an open differential, this wheel spin, whichever wheel in the back has traction will go, but the other, or whichever one loses traction first, gets all the power. Okay, that's the way it works. That's how open differentials work. So if this one starts to spin, then it's just going to keep spinning and no power is going to that other one. With a locking rear diff, both of these are locked together, so they both get 50% of power. Well, it's very rare. Not a lot of vehicles today. Well, actually more and more coming these days, but not a lot of them on the market today, except for like the Chevy ZR2 models in the Colorado and in the full size. They have front and rear lockers. The Bronco has front and rear lockers. The Raptor has a torsion system front locker like the Bronco does. And the Rubicons have a front and rear locker in both the Gladiator and in Wrangler. But the front locker does the same thing. That's pretty unheard of to have both front and rear lockers. In the Rubicon model, you get those. So same thing. You got all four wheels technically work. In a two-wheel drive mode, a normal car with open differentials is really one-wheel drive. In four-wheel drive, with open differentials, it's really only two-wheel drive. Whichever wheel breaks free gets the power. On a four-wheel drive system with a four-wheel drive and a rear locker, it's a three-wheel drive. Both rear wheels for sure, one of the front ones. Whichever one breaks free gets the power. In a front and rear locker situation like this vehicle, true 100% all four wheels actually do the driving. Very rare. That's a fantastic feature. So this is a really nice one. These Rubicons give you that option. Now inside in here too, you get a lot of nice Rubicon trim. Sorry about the pollen. You will notice that all this dust, it is all over here. This is Georgia and it is the start of pollen season. So if we wash this vehicle before doing it, it will look like this 3 hours later. There's just no way around it. It is the start of pollen season. So this is what happens down here. It's one of the things you deal with when you live in the South. But the inside of this, you are gaining some extra stuff in here too with the, like I said, the front and rear lockers. When we look at this, let's actually turn it on for a second. Keys in my pocket, but let's get some air flowing. There we go. Okay, and but you can see the setup on there. It's going to show you your gas, it's going to show you your range, it's going to show you your battery level. You're going to see all your stuff in here. And let's turn that down just a touch on here. Hang on, let's go down with the fan speed. But you have your hybrid control right there for all that kind of stuff because it is 4xe. But here's the beauty. Here's your front and rear locker systems. Okay, rear only, front and rear. You can't lock just the front, but you can do both of them at once. You got them off, and then here is front and rear lockers. There is your sway bar disconnect on there. They still, I love this, just like my 4Runner, you actually have an actual mechanical transfer for the four-wheel drive. You got 2 high, 4 auto, which is amazing, 4-wheel drive part-time, neutral, and 4 low. 4-wheel auto is an option that not every Rubicon comes with, but when you get it, it is nice. If you put this in 4H, 4 auto, what's going to happen is when you, so for example, let's use the scenario of people that live in the snowbelt areas. If it's a snowy day and you're driving down the road and you get these snow patches, dry patches, snow patches, or that kind of thing, you can put this in 4-wheel auto anytime actually. And if it's in 4-wheel drive auto all winter even, if the roads are dry, it's going to just be in 2-wheel drive. But what happens is if it senses any wheel slippage, it kicks itself into 4-wheel automatically. That's the beauty of 4 high. Most other vehicles are a 2 high only, or you go to 4 high, which you're always in 4 high, but this one gives you the option of 4H, 4 auto, 4 high auto, which is giving you both of those scenarios to be able to work with. You have both options. It's going to do it all automatically and make the selection for you. You got your media hub right here for your stuff in here. You know, and Jeeps are always a nice upright position in their design, and beautiful setup. You got all your things that you're looking for in here that make it. This has got the cloth interior, Rubicon stitching in here. You know, Jeeps are notorious for their space. They, believe it or not, even though it seems small, there's a tremendous amount of space. Now, that's not specific to Rubicon, but it is a very nice feature that they give you that on here. So we have the hard top, quick release hard top. This is my favorite. I like it over a soft top. All you're gonna do is twist these levers, pop this, and the ones back here, and these panels come out in 3 separate sections. One section, let me step out so you can see it. One section is here, one section is there. Those can be removed only and independently and be set aside. They're very simple. Again, it is just a quick flip of a lever right here to make that happen. So very, very simple and easy to do. And then you also have the option of removing the back one as well too. You'll still have your stereo bar here, but you can come back here and you can remove that back panel right there as well also, and have full open sunroof. You have all of your stuff you're looking for back here. Now the Rubicon gives you this MOLLE paneling in the back of the seats. That's a very nice feature. You can hang all kinds of different bags and accessories on here. The beauty of Jeep too is Jeep will give you, when you do this stuff with these, Jeep is one of the only vehicles out there, the Wrangler, that everything in the world you could think of aftermarket is available for it. Every single piece of this vehicle is available OEM, original equipment manufacturing from the dealer, or aftermarket. So there's so many accessories, so many gizmos and gadgets that you can put into this to make it customized your way, things you want to do with it. So they give you a lot of great options here. There is not much storage under here because the battery's in one of these under here on the side. I think is where that 4xe battery, this is that whole 4xe battery that's in here, okay? This is that whole battery for this system. So you lose a little bit of storage there with the 4xe model, but we'll go around the back too and show you that. But seats do come down, which you can see here. That's the headrest. Where's my, here it is. Right here, seats do fold down, come down. These would come up like this. Right here, this one comes down. They drop right in. You have the seat layout here. Again, it's going to be higher up because of the fact that you have that battery in here on a 4xe model. It's not an option to not have that if you're getting the 4xe. But when we come around back here, again, standard Jeep kind of setup, but you have your system right here. It's lots of room. Again, when those are folded down, you have that extra space through there. You know, but they give you, here's your plug for your plug-in for your 4xe mode, and your cases for your panels. But you have a lot of accessories here, but Jeep also, notice that they give you so much more around it. You can buy MOLLE panels for the frame windows that go in here. You have storage all over here for all your straps, all your kind of things. There are so many nooks and crannies in a Jeep to give you places to put stuff that they're fantastic. Tie downs all the way across everywhere you want there. And you got your compartment down here that you got for putting in your toe straps and all your other goodies and things like that in here. They give you places to put every single bolt that comes into here. So if you take your doors off, you put your door hinge bolts there. Take your roof off, you put the bolts, these bolts that are right there all along the roof. If you take the whole thing off, you can put them there. Windshield bolts, places for there. This pops open. Can't do it one-handed very well. Hold on. I can't get it one. There we go. And your jack is underneath there too. So they give you a lot of nice, you know, they really thought it out. These things have been made for so long that they have maximized every single piece of space that you could have on there. And you have the options. You actually just heard this start back up. It's going between battery, and it's going between you know, between the battery mode and the 4xe mode right now. But and then you got your setup here. Simple, standard, way all Jeeps are. Perfect design, all your functions. Let's actually turn that off so we can show that out there. Okay, but interior wise, like I said, lots of setup. Standard Jeep. Steel bumpers are really nice. This one is plastic. You can get it with steel, but there's steel. Is that one? Nope, that is all the plastic one. Usually the Rubicon ones I've seen have been steel bumpers. This has got a plastic one on it. Must be part of the 4xe deal. Well, let's look at your sticker on here. Here is some of your features on here. and you can see what you have and what you're working with and what some of the extra options are. But you cannot go wrong with a Jeep Rubicon model. If I was buying any Wrangler or any Gladiator one for what I do, hunting and stuff that I do, as much as I do it in the off-road that we use, the rear lockers, the rock rail, the stock 33 BF Goodrich TAs, I mean, these are, look at the aggressiveness of these tires compared to what comes on every other stock vehicle out there for the most part. But you don't have to change those out, which is always the first thing I do. But there is nothing you need to do to this. This is it. Just set, you know, plug and play, ready to go. You don't have to mess around with this. You don't have to customize it. You don't have to add anything to it. You got everything you want. And because of the Rubicon, you got a 1-inch lift over stock height of all the other ones too, which is a nice feature. So you're already set. If you did want to run 35s or even 37s on there, you're good, because you not only have the lift already in there, 1-inch lift from factory, you have the gearing to be able to still keep that power, and you have the you know, the upgraded axles in there to be able to handle that and not end up breaking shafts all the time, things like that when you're really off-road. If you're just mall crawling, you can get by with lifting them and doing whatever you want to. If you're going to take it off-road, you're going to want to re-gear to run bigger tires, or you get a Rubicon that's already re-geared for you right from the factory. So it saves you all of that stuff and does it all in one shot right there. Rubicon is definitely, there is a reason that it has been around so long. It is the resale value on a Rubicon is just night and day difference over any other Jeep. Now, Jeep has incredible resale value on all of their Wrangler lines, but when it comes to the Rubicon, it is kind of the coveted model. It is kind of the one that's sought after. If it's got that Rubicon logo on there, people understand all of these features that I've just got done describing for you, and they know the value and the benefits of those. They will take that in stride and they will go after them. So it's worth the upgrade in the price to the Rubicon model, in my opinion, not only for your own benefit and for the things that you're going to do with it if you're like me, but also for the fact that you are going to gain that experience of better resale value down the road. You'll have a lot less trouble getting rid of it being a Rubicon and being able to get top dollar for it. So there it is, quick little walk around, quick little intro, and but that is what makes that Rubicon what it is, and that's what sets it apart from the rest of the Jeep world, and that's what takes it to that next level. You know, there's a lot of people that see a Jeep go down the road, they think a Jeep is a Jeep is a Jeep. All Jeeps are amazing, all Wranglers are amazing. This one, when somebody buys this, they might just buy it because it looks cool if they want to. This is the world we live in today. But when most people buy this, they buy it because they know what it's capable of and what it's designed for and what they can do with it. So we got to slide out of the way. Like I said, it's always going in that way. They are building townhomes back there. But that's what this thing is for right here. This is it. This is off-road provenness at its finest. And there is not a vehicle out there in stock form that can be bought today other than a Bronco that can come close to comparing with this. And honestly, the Bronco is a fantastic vehicle as well too, but you're going to pay more money for it, and it's a lot bigger in size. There are places you can get with this that you could never get to with a Bronco. There are pros and cons to both, and one day we'll do that video when we do the Bronco. But this, like I said, this is proven off-road capability, proven reliability, proven resale value, proven everything on every kind of level. I love the hardtop version. Everything about this truck is just amazing. So there you go, and that kind of covers it for us, and we just explained it and hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with more reviews for you soon. Thanks for watching.